Good day to our viewers at YouTube and Facebook Live. We are here broadcasting at Santa Philippine University Research and Development Building, second floor, here at Santa Philippine University, Haro, Iloilo City. This program is brought to you by College of Agriculture, Resources, and Environmental Sciences, one of the colleges under Central Philippine University. This is one way on how the college can extend our extension work via web page, via YouTube live streaming, and Facebook Live. So that one way that we can disseminate information pertaining to agriculture. Not only information, but we are also would like to extend also technologies pertaining to agriculture and how to make our farming more productive and profitable. We will also be airing or giving our insights about farming pertinent to the Philippine or to local condition here in the country, the Philippines. Hope that our viewers from other countries of the same local condition in the Philippines, you can also make use of this information that we are airing through this our channel. This is your host, Dr. Jaime C. Caballes Jr., are extending our warmest greeting to everybody. Today, we'll be discussing some of the important matter pertaining to farming and how to make it profitable. We prepare some of the presentations or slides that hope it can give you information, especially to those who wanted to venture on farming, known as neophyte. We are believing that this pandemic can be solved in the next few days or the next few hours or the next years, but the farming is very critical when it comes to our local and international economy. To our OFW na nandyan sa labas ng Pilipinas, hoping that this webcast can help you or give you insights that before venturing in agriculture, you're already equipped with some information on how to wisely manage your resources. This is one of the common failures of the OFWs and those weekend farmers or professionals that wanted to venture agriculture because they're not equipped with necessary informations pertinent to farming at the recent times. It is always recommended or suggested that before you go into farming, make sure that you can access more information on the field that you would like to venture, either it is in crops or animals. The venture should not only be limited among crops and animals, but it should also be ventured toward processing, storage, and even marketing of our agricultural products. We should not be dependent among middlemen to process and market our product, but we as a farmer should be the one to market it to the consumers so that the linkages or the market linkages between us and the consumers, preferably we can reduce the number of middlemen. Remember always that you are raising animals a number of months and even planting crops as short as maybe 30 days. But if you are not engaging directly in marketing, it is the middlemen that gain more instead of the producers. What happened is that most of our farmers or entrepreneurs who go into agriculture now did not last long because of this present scenario. That is why we are suggesting that before going into farming, please equip yourselves not only with the packages of technology from the production to processing, but even in terms of marketing and logistics. That is why the CPU College of Agriculture, Resources, Environmental Sciences is extending our extension activities in the webcast so that we can cater a larger number of Filipinos who would like to venture in farming and even in some other countries that found our channel be informative. That is one way on how we can extend information, insights, and technologies what developed here at the College of Agriculture. If you found our channel informative, please subscribe, share, and like and follow, so that we can also have we can get more viewers here in our channel that can be benefited by this kind of program. Today we'll be discussing more on what they call the technology or the insights pertinent to what they call innovative farming system. This is one of the topic that we selected so that for farmers it is not measured in terms of the farm size, but we are looking in terms of the productivity and profitability of your operation in your respective farm. When we say about innovative, meaning you are finding means on how to make your farm to be unique over the other. And when we say about system, we are operating in the whole processes, from the land to the animals to the crops and even up to the marketing and processing of your farm products or agricultural products. But what is unique over here, it is because we are farming in a limited farm size. With the consideration in terms of the prices of land here in the Philippines, it is very expensive to own or to buy wider land area. And beside, our problem is that when you have wider area of land, it is also very difficult to find farm help. The salary of the farm help is very expensive in terms of the farm operation, to the point that if you are OFW, you will always, in the times when you come back to your work, you will leave everything to your farm hand, and you get what they call a problem in terms of your operations. That is why we are presenting what they call the innovative farming system, no, an limited farm size. To start, to start, you can find the questions why, what, how, and when that is also applicable in agriculture. In the modern times, the farming is not only considered as the way of life, but we are considering farming as a business. That is why we are calling farmers in the recent day as what they call the agripreneurs. When you are planning to engage in farming, you must to answer why, what, how, and when. We will be discussing that in the next few minutes, the different answers to what we are presenting over here. But when you say about engaging in farming or agripreneurs into agribusiness, you must to get engaged in the different areas. In agriculture, it is not only limited in terms of crops, but we are also engaging in terms of the animal husbandry. When we say about animal husbandry, it may ranges from caring to breeding and even marketing of our animal farm animal products. With the continuous destruction in terms of our marine wildlife, it is also promoted what they call to engage in terms of the inland fisheries. This involve what they call the utilization of our freshwater pieces. And aside from that, we're also engaging in terms of the agroforestry. In order for us to have what they call the balanced environment, we need to plant trees. And that is what they call, we engage in terms of the fruit trees. You can plant non-fruit bearing trees, but you can plant it on your to serve as a windbreak, but preferably if you can plant fruit bearing trees, the better it will be. If you want to produce in terms of the silk, you can along with your forest trees, you can also engage in terms of the sericulture whereby you are raising worm to produce silk. With the recent pandemic that we experience in the world, the organic agriculture is being promoted to have what they call a clean and safer food for everybody. That is why organic farming is very critical for us to produce a healthy and nutritious food. You can even engage in terms of the seed production that is needed in terms of the production of rice and even other crops or commodities in the farm. This is one of the critical aspect also because when you are planting, you need what they call the seeds not to be your source of planting material. Not only the seeds, but seeds of good quality. And the difficulty in finding farmhand or farm helper, the presence or the availability of farm equipment is very critical for us to have what they call a faster turnover in terms of land preparations. And be mindful always that if you are planting, you must also know on how to market your product. That is why we are promoting what they call the agricultural marketing. We have also the field of horticulture whereby you can plant vegetables of various classes that can also be complemented with your other crops in your farm. Those are what I call the introductory part of our lecture for today. Hope that you can have already idea of what will happen or what will be the following topics that will be presenting over this program. This program will be limited for 30 minutes, and some of the topic that we could not finish in 30 minutes will be continued in the next week. Remember always what they call the depth to treadmill. The inadequate preparation before going to farming will lead you to what they call bankruptcy. That is why we are always reminding our viewers or the would-be farmers or our farmers or agripreneurs to please equip yourself before venturing in a larger operation in your farm. If you are doubt with your activity, please start it small so that if ever what will be ever will happen, you have smaller deficit or losses in the days to come. That is what we always known as what they call the tuition fee in agriculture. In the event that you are in the dilemma, please always remember this. As Albert Einstein says, persons who never made a mistakes never tried anything new. That is why in this program or in this topic that we are introducing what they call the innovative farming system. Aside from previous practices that we are doing in our farm, we are introducing also innovations on how to make our farm productive and profitable. It should not only be limited in terms of productivity, but we should include also profitable because when we consider farming as a business, we are looking always on the brighter side of profit. And profit is not always equated in terms of the wider land area, but it is on the matter on how we innovate something and tried anything that is new, as Sir Albert Einstein told us. With a lot of sayings, the other one is that, or you may prepare this one. A clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it. It really depends on the person or the agripreneurs which of this one you are going to select to be a clever person or a wise person. In the succeeding part of this program, we'll be discussing about the 4 A's in agribusiness. As the first topic of our program, and the next topic will be concentrating on the science, business, in art, in agribusiness. If there are 4 P's in marketing, we have also 4 P's in agricultural products. These are what they call our basic concepts in agribusiness that we'd like to infuse or to introduce among our viewers. Again, if you found our program informative, please subscribe, share, follow, and like our page or channel. If you know someone that needs our help, may you share this channel to them so that we can also learn something out of the topic that we are discussing every presentations that we have. Remember this always, learning is an expensive commodity in farming. First, we'll be discussing the 4 A's in commercialized farming system. Make sure to ascertain your goal. When we say about goal, that is your what they call the objective in operating your farm. It is better that if you're engaging in agribusiness and we're talking about business, make sure that you have already a goal in terms of the volume of production based on the requirement of your market. If you are shy enough to share your estimated earning to others, have it be personalized in yourself. That is because that is one way on how you can motivate yourself to engage in farming. Make sure that you have estimated earning in terms of periodic, in terms of monthly, or even in terms of the yearly aspects. And the other one, when we say about ascertain your goal, are you engaging in farming for retirement? If you are at the age, on your retirement age, or maybe that is for what they call the for good for our OFWs. That is what they call the first A's, no, and the four A's in commercialized farming. The second A's is what they call the assess your available resources. The first one that is very critical in terms of agribusiness or farming, we have what they call the land. Again, as we mentioned earlier, it does not matter on how wide is your land, but it is on how innovative we are in terms of utilizing our farmland. If you already ascertain your goal, make sure that your land or your farm is accessible to you. Again, remember that monitoring and farming is very critical. That is why you must find land that is accessible for you to monitor the daily activities of your operations. If you don't have the piece of land, but if you have the capital or the money, try to find land that is accessible and that is appropriate for your proposed project. The land that is very accessible is also equated in terms of the price. Make sure to find one that is within the allotted budget that you have. The next one in terms of what they call the human resources. When we say about human resources, we need someone to work in the farm, that is including yourself if you are planning for good or for what they call the retirement. However, if you are weekend farmers, make sure that you have someone to be interested in your farm because during weekdays, maybe you have your own work in your own office. To review the 4 A's of commercialized farming, first, you have to ascertain your goal in terms of volume of production, estimated earning, or you are planning to have it for retirement or for good. And the second is to assess your available resources in terms of land, accessibility to it, and appropriateness to your proposed project, capital, and human resources. Because of limited time, we would like to extend our greetings and invitations to everybody that maybe in the next week, the presentations that we have will be continue discussing about our topic for this day. If you are viewing to our channel, we are thanking all the viewers that we have. Hope that the information that we share for today can benefit you. At the same time, if you are planning to do some farming business, make sure that to equip yourselves, and this is one way on how we can help you. Again, we are broadcasting live at Central Philippine University Research and Development Building, second floor, here in Haro, Iloilo City. In behalf of our President, Dr. Chodoro Robles, we are extending our gratitude to our live viewers. Hope that by next week, we can be met again here in this station, or if you would like to be notified, please subscribe to our channel. Again, thank you. This is your host. Again, thank you. This is your host, Dr. Jaime C. Cabeles Jr. Keep safe always and until, and we are inviting to you to view us in the next week. Again, thank you and good day.